The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shaggy McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I will be playing Jacqueline Duran of Clan Ventura.
Good evening, I am Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
I'm Uriad, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
And I am Brad, Timber Brad 411 in chat, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hikata.
And when we were last with this group of kindred, well, first they went to the pit, and they found out Nikolai was just a right bastard. He has harvest Karn to power his wards to murder Lupine, which is antagonistic towards Lupines for sure.
Well, it's sacrilegious.
That too. But that wasn't the most important thing, because the most important thing came in the second half of last episode, where the kindred found out Isabella had been missing, and Emilio had taken, well, an advanced party of ghouls plus Roscoe out to Minneapolis, while the rest of the coterie flew on a jet later to find out where she was. Now, Roscoe did manage to track her to a building. And where we had left off is the coterie dawn was approaching. So they went to sleep while the various ghouls and Izzy did some reconnaissance. We're actually going to pick up, well, inside the airplane, where dawn finally has passed and dusk is set, and now it is nighttime and the kindred come awake. And at this point, all the ghouls are here in the plane. And yes, Nicholas, you wake up with Izzy already in your necklace. You can feel it by its cool feel. She tends to hide in there because we are after the 6th Great Maelstrom, which means she doesn't spend a lot of time out of the necklace due to the Maelstrom. And I turn it over to the players as they wake. And Etienne, of course, takes you aside, Jackie, and gives you the briefing I've already passed over to you, while everyone else comes awake.
As Nicholas wakes, he you sort of notice him kind of like leaning his head down and nodding occasionally. You've seen it before. It's him responding to Izzy talking to him. Occasionally throws in a "oh" and "interesting." But just waits for everyone to get back together before he says anything to everyone else.
Okay, well, Etienne, what do you recommend for an approach?
There's two methods. We can guns blazing or not. It seems in the after hours, from what we saw last night and what we saw when it was getting close to dusk and everything shut down, that the main security, the rent-a-cops, they pretty much sit in the lobby. Now, you still have to get through a metal detector, which means we're either going to go in with no guns or we're going to have to deal with that. And Tasha actually looks over at Jenny and she grins and she flips up a badge. I managed to swipe this off one of the guys leaving earlier today. That'll get us in the building. Not through the metal detectors, but it gets us in.
What is it? Is it a security card or?
It's an ID badge
Oh,
that for one of the people who work there.
excellent work, Tasha. Appreciate you. And Genevieve kind of starts moving around, but she goes over to his side and she pulls down a big ass like duffel bag thing and she kind of slides it out onto the floor. It's full of body armor if anybody wants any. And Jenny actually pulls out a thing of it and puts it on. She's like, just in case.
Etienne looks over at Tasha, looks over at Jenny, and then back at Jackie. The guards don't seem to really even look at the badges as long as it goes beep. And if the doors are locked, as long as the door beeps and unlocks, they assume that means you're supposed to be the one in there. They don't even care what's on the badge.
Excellent. Then we will go that route, and then when we get to the metal detector, we will figure it out.
They are temporary security at best, not professionals. They are, from what Izzy tells me, she decided to have a look.
It's good to know it isn't warded.
They're on the 15th floor.
All right.
There are lab technicians that I would assume have access to the locked vault they're kept in. It's not good. They are alive for us. They're not dead. But just barely.
They are wounded.
They are unconscious from what Izzy's describing, but being harvested. But also replenished in a sort of cycle.
Huh. She pulls out a case, opens it up, and inside you see C4, shaped in a heart. It's the case Lamar gave her. I suspect this will come in handy.
The floor access is either elevator or a staircase. That needs special access. My guess is either the lab technicians or the security staff have means of entering that floor, but I think the lab technicians will have the access
To the vault. Mm-hmm.
Etienne speaks up. We'll have to take control then of the security office on the main floor. If nothing else, it means we can shut off the fire alarm and you can go in through the fire escape stairs without setting off the alarms. Even if we don't have access to the elevator, fire code dictates that the fire access stairs is usable. We'll just have to make sure, again, no fire alarm is triggered. And Evan actually speaks up. The cops will be distracted. I've called in a favor or two. They will respond eventually, but expect a slowed response tonight. They're going to have their hands full. It seems a riot's about to break out in another part of the city.
Excellent.
Damn.
Like
Well,
I said, I've got friends.
Good job, Evan.
Worst case, if we are unable to find direct access, the door is very heavy duty and appears to be magnetically sealed.
Peter goes, so cut the building power by, again, code. They're not allowed to remain in a locked state when power's out. Otherwise, people are trapped in it. So worst comes to worst, we have to cut the power long enough for the mag lock to turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard to do.
But let us try to get access by keycard first.
There's techs in there. You can take it off their
Off their corpses.
living or dead bodies. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there won't be any survivors in there tonight.
So just for questioning's sake, did Isabella see any? Did Izzy see any cameras or anything anywhere? Is it like super high security camera wise, or is it just kind of not?
Izzy whispers in your ear, Nicholas. Cameras are in the lobby. None on the 15th floor.
Are there any on the
Nicholas?
second floor? Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear that.
No, it's fine. They want to keep what they're doing on the 15th floor secret.
Absolutely.
Okay. But how about a little bit lower, like second floor?
She saw cameras on the first floor, but didn't mention. Did you see any others?
Izzy whispers she didn't really check the other floors.
Oh.
She went straight to try
Where
to
they
find Isabella.
And Nicholas will relay that.
Okay.
So I
never
know
mind.
the first floor and the 15th floor.
All right. I'm just thinking.
So if we go in, this is Etienne speaking, we can get in the door. We won't make it through the metal. Or, I mean, we don't have to bring guns. We could just walk straight through. The rent-a-cops, I don't think are going to pose much problem for you four.
Izzy, were the rent-a-cops armed?
Etienne actually speaks up. I saw him with 9mm, but rent-a-cop.
How are they getting in past the metal detector?
They work there. They can walk through the metal detector and set it off. I don't think they care. If rent-a-cop, they'd be lucky to hit the broadside of a barn if they're in the barn, and I painted it day glow green.
I'm not
Minimal
concerned about
training
that.
at
Even if we
best.
set it off, we just kill all the fucking guards. It's fine. At this point, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, no, Jackie's 100% right. Besides, we're wasting time if they're
Yes, let's go.
hurting. healing, hurting, healing. Like we're wasting time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to go.
Agreed.
Peter,
Hey.
you're on security office detail. And Peter gets this disappointed look on his face. And Etienne just looks up, you're not ready for up there, kid. Watch the security office, cover our back, make sure
we're safe.
make sure no one pops in uninvited.
This is sorry, some on the job training real fast. Tasha, you're gonna join Peter, please. You'll watch his back.
Tasha, yes, ma'am. I can do that.
Evan, you'll probably come up with us.
Okay, that'll be fun. Be a new window to get thrown out of, right? 15th floor?
And Emilio,
You're-
of course, you will come with us.
Emilio looks over. You couldn't stop me from coming if you tried.
I wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
Roscoe,
Well-
you have enough ritual supplies for anything you may need.
Yes.
Okay. Nicholas, you do as well?
My rituals will be mostly useless here, but I do.
Okay, excellent. All right. Thank you for bringing body armor. Please, anyone who doesn't want to get hurt, put on some body armor.
We'll
Oh,
definitely take
Nicholas
it.
is putting on that for damn sure.
Roscoe will definitely make use of at least the chest piece.
Etienne just looks down at his suit. I'm covered. We
Ja-
got the new suit.
Jackie does put on body armor.
I'm gonna also rouse for toughness now before I forget.
No, you need to,
Need to wait until we get
wait till we're in scene
Okay.
because it lasts
Okay,
only
okay,
one
okay,
scene.
okay.
So if you do it
Yeah.
now,
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if this all counted as one scene.
no, because
now.
the lobby
Okay.
will be a scene, and then after you get out of the lobby, it'll be a new scene once you get up on that floor because action will stop,
Nope.
then it'll start.
I gotcha.
So you all pile into the kidnap van. It's not a kidnap van. It's a kidnap van that Jackie has.
It's a rescue van.
Rescue van, because every stream must have kidnap vans.
Yes, it's a rescue van.
And Etienne starts driving, so you all can have any other discussions in the vehicle as we're heading that way, since you got to drive from the airport to the building.
So this is the night after. So Nicholas night after, same night. Nicholas has his raccoon still.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Nicholas is probably attending to him at this point because there's really not much else he can do, and just kind of waiting if Izzy has anything else that comes to mind.
Evan looks over at Jenny. We could try the clipboard supervisor game. I'll go in with the
Evan.
clipboard first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a company check. Sure, they probably won't let me in, but I'll distract them long enough for your motley band to get up in there and get close. They'll be too busy worried about this suspicious guy with a clipboard acting like he's from the company.
Sure. If you want to do that, by all means, Evan. I'm not going to stop you from having a little fun. Of course, they're not going to see me coming anyway, so.
Figured just might give you a second or two to get the drop on him.
Nicholas, can Izzy do anything about the metal detector?
I don't affect objects like that. Not direct control. I can make
She
them,
cannot.
I can make it malfunction, but it'll just go off on everything. That's the best I can do.
She can make them at best go haywire, but not.
That is
Disrupt them.
perfect. That is perfect. She goes in first and does that. If it's going haywire, they will dismiss it. They may even shut it down themselves.
Is that okay with you, Izzy?
I can do that.
Please tell her thank you.
I heard her.
She knows. She can hear
Mm.
you all perfect.
since I can have some element of surprise, is it possible for Izzy to give me where their little command room is? Because I could always try and rush there. If I'm assuming, I don't know how, depends on how their metal detectors are laid out, I guess. But
Did you notice a security office?
Security office is right off the main lobby behind the main desk. There's a door. It's marked security office. They
And
normally
Nicholas
have
will-
3 at the desk, 2 near the metal detector.
And Nicholas will relay this, and I'm sure Etienne has probably got that information too.
He didn't get the layout of where they all are inside.
And not inside. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he'll relay that to everybody.
I'm just throwing it out as an option since we probably want to avoid alarms initially. So, or do we not care?
Izzy speaks up. I could, instead of worrying about the metal detector, I could cause the building alarm to malfunction.
She can disable the building alarm instead, if that's a preferable option.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do then. I can only do one thing at a time, unfortunately.
No, do not apologize. You are doing plenty. Thank you.
Good. Okay.
So as you all pull up by the building, Emilio grabs a clipboard out of a backpack he has. Give me about 2 minutes, then follow in behind me.
Evan or Emilio?
Sorry, Evan. Sorry, thank you. And he goes up and he can't get in the door, but he beats on the door until someone opens it up. And you, Jenny, you've seen him go in like this. He's yelling and shouting and acting like he's somebody important, just to keep people off guard. As he, you can see through the front doors, it's glass. You can see that 4 of the guards, there were 3 behind the desk, 2 at the metal detector. One of the metal detector guards is actually over there arguing with Evan, along with the other 3 at the desk. And the one at the metal detector, everybody can tell, isn't really watching anything but the other 4 guys arguing.
This shouldn't work as well as it works, but people are stupid. So.
All right, well, he is creating a distraction.
So you all pile out of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get up to the door, you notice there's a keypad by the door where you need to put a card to open the door. And I assume Jenny holds the one she was given by Tasha, and you hear a click as the door unlatches. And you all can just walk right in.
Mm-hmm.
The guy at the metal detector heard the door open. He just barely glanced at you all, but then turned back. And as you're coming in, Evan's going, I don't care what you were told. Its inspection is this week, not next week. You can stop that bullshit. And you can, first of all, why is your fucking uniform looking like that? And they do not seem to be really paying attention to you all. And one of them goes, I'm going to call the head office. And Evan's like, go ahead, call the fucking office and I'll get you fired for fucking interfering with my job. You all get right up to the metal detector. And the guard at it just goes, go ahead, do the metal detector. Oh, who's going through first?
Jackie will.
And of course, immediately it goes off.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't have a gun on her.
No.
She's got her cane.
And he looks over.
Sorry, the cane has a metal tip.
Hand it here and go back through.
Here you go.
And he doesn't even look. He's just holding it.
Mm-hmm. And she goes back through and doesn't.
It doesn't set it off and he hands it back. Good. Rest of y'all. Come on. Hurry up. Who's the first one going to set it off?
Nicholas.
Who's going to set it off with actual weapons?
Who's got a gun or a knife?
Peter.
Oh, no.
Etienne. Emilio.
Roscoe.
Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
These are my security. They will likely set it off.
I can't bring any weapons inside a building. Not my policy.
I'm sorry, but I know there are armed guards in the other suites.
I don't see any security badges with you. So if you forgot your badges, can't help you with that.
Okay.
Want to leave your weapons here? You can go check him in at the desk. You can check him out as you're leaving.
Excellent. We'll do that.
And as you come over there, Evan is still screaming at these guys. Now he's screaming about, you know, what, you're not going to pat these people down? They could be armed to the teeth. What are you doing? You worthless fucking bunch of guards. I'm going to get all y'all fired. And right as you all walk up, let me roll some dice here real quick. Evan turns to the one he's yelling at and throws a right hook that lays dude completely on his ass, right as y'all get into close range. So now we're going to just start some real quick combat here because I'm pretty sure this isn't going to take but a round. Who's doing what?
While this is going on and the guards are likely going to be distracted, I am going to let my roadkill buddy out of the bag.
Okay.
So he can do some reconnaissance for me.
Okay. Jack, you know what the ghouls are about to do. They're about to open up.
As soon as Evan hits that guy with the right hook, Ginny rouses for she sprouts her feral weapon claws, and so there's the dude at the metal detector, and there's the three of them over with Evan.
Mm-hmm. No, there's 4 over with Evan. One of the metal detector guy comes over, but one's on the ground. Looks like Evan managed to one punch his ass right to the ground.
She's gonna hope Evan can take care of him. No, yeah, she's gonna hope Evan can take care of himself. She's gonna rush the dude at the metal detector thing.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll that, and we'll handle yours because I don't see this round you're going to be double and triple teaming one guy. It's going to be just a lot of one-on-ones as y'all deal with your people. Jackie, what are you doing?
I roused for toughness. I re-rolled it because I failed the first time. So being
good power.
Yeah.
Good use of your
re-roll.
Re-roll, yep.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to basically bean over the head one of the guards closest to me with the metal part of my cane.
Okay, you can just roll ahead your hit. Damn, Jenny, I saw yours. Not off to a good start tonight. Roscoe, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not carrying guns. I do have my knives with me, but it's a little early to be pulling them out. So, who's closest to me?
Just one of the guards. He's got a desk between you and him, but it's only a half-height desk, so it's not like it's a big deal.
Okay.
So
I did surge my roll. I got 6 with a crit.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm using the modified version of the combat rules for this one. I know their average successes, and I'm just going to roll them, keep them with that so that we can do this quickly and not bog it way down. So, what are you doing, Roscoe?
I'll take a punch at him.
Okay. So you can roll your dex or strength brawl. That works fine. I'm going to need this one real quick. Remember what his roll is. I know it's real good. Yeah, that's good. So let's go around with what's been going on here. Roscoe, you take a punch at the guy, completely miss. Jenny goes after the guy at the metal detector, and when you leap at him, he manages to duck and use the metal detector to put it between you and him, and you manage to hit the metal detector, but not him. Etienne snatches up a guy. He got 7 with a crit, and he puts the guy in a chokehold, strangling him out. Okay, so we got 2 down. Jackie, you club one upside the head with your cane. He goes down. That makes 3 down. So we still have the one Roscoe swung at and Jenny's. The one Roscoe you swung at, he is quick thinking. He mashes the button in front of him that apparently is an alarm button. And when he hits it, you see the arc of electricity come out of it and jolt through his body.
I love my sister.
And at the same time, all the pens and pencils come up off the desk and start flying towards him. At once. He does not survive.
Mm.
And Nicholas, you hear your sister, but not your sister. It is an evil laugh you've never heard come from her. And you don't think your sister's fully in control at the moment.
Well, this is interesting.
The one that's left, well, shit, we ain't had Peter, Emilio, and Tasha. Let's see what kind of general roll I can get for him just to see. Wow. I just rolled a general 8 dice just to see what would happen. I got all successes. So Emilio, Peter, and Tasha dogpile that last rent-a-cop. The one that hid behind the metal detector. And they pummel him completely unconscious. Emilio viciously, repeatedly kicking the unconscious guy in the ribs.
Jackie is investigating the guy she knocked out to see if he's got any keys, card keys, anything
He's
like.
got his badge, security badge. All of them have a security badge.
I'm gonna take that.
And they each have a ring of keys.
I'm gonna take that.
Now, nobody's come out of the security office. The door is closed, but nobody's come out through all this going on.
Peter, Tasha.
When Peter opens the door, you see a guard is inside the room, but he appears to be asleep. In front of a whole bank of monitors and cameras. And he's kind of leaned way back with his head, and you can hear him snoring as the door opens. And you just hear Peter mutter something about you can't buy professionals these days.
I'm sure they can handle a sleeping guard.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
Nicholas will take one of the security badges too, and then an extra set of keys.
And as soon as Peter and Tasha go in there, Peter's like, start deleting the video footage. Kill all the cameras not watching the main door. Start deleting the footage. And Peter pulls a roll of duct tape out of a backpack he has. And the first thing he does is duct tapes it around the sleeping guy's eyes. And the guy wakes up, and what he feels is Peter's shotgun right after that pushed against him. And Peter's just leans forward. You stay quiet and you'll make it out of here. Might want to be real quiet and leave that blindfold we put on you. And you see him taping the dude to his chair while this is going on.
and Jackie walks to the elevator because now she's got security access to the fucking elevators.
And Nicholas, your necklace does not go cold.
Oh no, I imagine she is
Working that
running
alarm.
free right now.
Running free
Or-
is a good way to describe it.
Oh, God.
Someone is running free right now.
You all head over to the elevator. Rent-a-cops really have no chance against the sheer numbers you all brought in this building. Not 5. And when you get to the elevator, it opens up, but inside is a pad where you have to put the badge and then the floor.
So she...
I assume you're going to put your badge against it and go to the 15th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're using a security badge, you're allowed access to all the floors.
Yep.
And you all are riding an elevator up the building. Etienne looks over at Evan. You just wait till we walk close and then you just punch him out. Evan just shrugs. What? It worked, didn't it?
Evan did better than I did. So far, I'm 0-1 against the metal detector, so
Evan
fuck
looks
this
over.
city.
Metal detectors are pretty tough customers, though.
Oh, I know. That the loving embrace of the plastic coating that metal and oh man. Fuck. Ginny kind of just like she's clenching her fingers into her palms a little bit because this is the second time in a new city where she's completely fucked it as soon as the shit gets real. So
And I would imagine Nicholas looks very, very tense, because he doesn't know exactly what's going on with his sister. He has an idea, I would imagine, but it's still new to him. But then also all of this is going on with the zombie raccoon running around the bottom, waiting to get out as soon as the door opens.
The roadkill flaccoon is running around the bottom of the elevator. And I'll be honest, Emilio, Evan, Etienne don't bat an eye at it, and Tasha are all kind of eyeing it sideways because
Tasha's with Peter.
Tasha, that's right. Tasha was, yeah, Emilio, Evan, and Etienne don't care. He's seen crazier than that this week, or at least 1 week. They're kind of eyeballing it because it's obviously roadkill, but it's walking and squirming and wriggling like a snake around the floor.
Oh, Nicholas is 100% oblivious to their reactions unless they say something.
And as you're riding up the elevator, you see the lights in the elevator flicker briefly, but the power doesn't go out. But they do flicker.
We may have to take the stairs down.
that's fine.
Nicholas, next time we see Izzy, I have to thank her for that.
Indeed.
Oh, and by the way, amazing, almost like seeing Isabella's twin. It was unbelievable.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
And the elevator, as it's reaching the 13th floor, you know you're almost there. Any precautions? How are y'all planning to exit the elevator? I want to give y'all a chance before I just say elevator door opens. I'm going to give y'all a chance to, prepare.
Does the toughness still carries because it's the same scene, right?
I'm counting this as a new scene because, like I said, the lobby is one scene.
Okay.
The thing itself is the other scene.
So I will rouse toughness going into the scene. I will also rouse shatter.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to rouse toughness as well.
Nice. 2 successes so far. Nicholas and Jackie got a success. Jenny, your hunger's now 2.
I got hungrier on
Jenny.
shatter. I'm eating somebody tonight.
I roused toughness as well. But I'm probably, once the elevator opens, there's something else I'll do, but I just can't do it inside the elevator. So
Okay. Then who's planning to go out first? Roscoe, are you getting your weapons ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Who's going out first?
Jackie will go out first.
That's what I was wondering. When the elevator opens up on the 15th floor, it opens. And the first thing you notice is it's stark white, almost clinical in nature in this section. And there's several doors and no offices, no cubicles. It just opens into a white hallway with several doors. And straight ahead is a large metal door with a keypad beside it. It's maybe 20 foot ahead of you down the hallway. There's 3 doors on the left, 2 on the right. Not a person in this area.
Looking around, no cameras. Yes?
No cameras.
When Izzy described the 15th floor, did she mention where the lab techs would be?
She said they were in the labs, but she didn't tell you which room were the blood labs.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be any alarm. Nobody seems to be coming and poking their heads out. It's just nothing.
Do any of the doors have windows?
None of them have windows. But only the one appears to be high security. All the others appear to be standard office type doors.
I imagine they are through there, and he'll point towards the high security door.
High security is the maglock. So
yeah, the not currently locked maglock.
Which door is closest to the maglock door?
It would be the third one on the left.
I say that one, and she points to the third one on the left because it is closest to the maglock door. I would think that anyone that accesses that room there would want to be close to it.
Is sound logic. Nicholas will actually walk to that door.
As you go down the hallway, when you pass the first door on the right, you can feel a chill in the air right there. There's cold air coming from under the door, enough that you can feel it as you walk past that door.
As somebody who's gone through medical training, and also is very familiar with death, would I recognize this as likely the morgue that Izzy would have told me about?
Between the cold air and, given your background, the smell, probably yes. The autopsy room.
Yep. So Nicholas is going to... Nicholas is going to send the raccoon down the hallway. But he is going to open up the morgue door.
Okay. Now, as you're
doing
doing
the
that,
autopsy room door,
Etienne goes and just stands to cover one of the doors. Amelia goes down immediately towards the maglock and is inspecting it. And Evan goes and covers another one of the doors. They're trying to make sure that if somebody just opens the door, they get a surprise to the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nicholas, do you want to investigate this room first?
Consider it professional curiosity.
Do we have time for that?
It might be necessary.
All right. Let's go.
You open the door, and inside is it's a narrow but long room with an obvious table, autopsy table on it. And the reason it's really obvious it's an autopsy table is there's a body laid out on the table right now that appears to be in a partially complete autopsy. And it's partially complete because there's a tall man with a very slim face he's got a black, not leather, but rubber smock on. And his hands deep in this body when you open the door. And his eyes grow wide at you all coming in. Now, I'm going to give you all a chance to do something because you open the door. He didn't expect the door to open. So I will give you all an advantage if y'all want to take any actions on him. As he's sitting here with his hands guts deep in this body. It is not Isabella or Honor you see on the table, so you know.
Does it look like a fresh, kind body, or
from the amount of blood pooled on the table and the floor, you're pretty sure it's human.
Ginny's just going to activate Soaring Leap and just jump straight onto him.
Okay.
From the doorway.
Okay. I'll let you do that. It's got standard office, so I'm looking 12, 13-foot ceilings here.
Well, it says you can. So you don't
you can do it horizontal.
You just
right. You can do it horizontal, but you got to think of the arc. But you can make the arc. So just go ahead and roll an melee attack. I'll just let you go straight to the melee attack.
All right.
I don't think it's any particular trick shot to jump just the right distance to land on him.
I got you. I don't have claws on right now, so
got 3 so far.
I'm not. I only roll one other die. I'm not doing that. So
okay. So you leap through the air, and considering you were jumping, you managed to connect, which is good enough to knock him completely off his feet. And he ends on the floor with you literally sitting on him. Or more crouched over him, I guess is a better way.
While she's on top of him, Nicholas is going to walk over and try and see if he has any keys or like key cards or key fobs or any sort of access stuff, because he's got to move between these rooms.
I gotta pull up a power real quick. Where is it? I know I saw it here a second ago. I gotta check something. There we go. Okay. I need you to do Dex Athletics, Jenny.
Can I rouse the blood in response? Or no?
You can if you want. The table that he was using, you hear it moving behind you all of a sudden as his eyes flick that direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse. I'm adding my blood potency to my dex. So you said dex athletics.
Yep.
So, dex athletics. Did I get a fucking roll tonight? Like, this is insane.
You hear the autopsy table start rolling. Actually, you have enough. He only had one success on moving it. It starts rolling towards you, and without even getting off him, you just kind of bat it aside. He was literally pulling it towards you to try to knock you off him with it. What's everybody else doing, Jackie? I saw you roll something.
I was checking to see if he suits her taste.
No, this one does not have blue eyes.
Damn it. Okay.
And the guy looks up. I don't know who you are or what you're doing, but you're in the wrong place. Get off me.
Jenny just says wrong answer, and she grabs him by the side of the head and just starts like punching him in the side of the head. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to do.
I'll let you roll that one too. I'm only giving him one. He has one success for defense.
Yeah.
Did the rest of us notice the table start moving
yeah.
on its
Oh,
own?
you all saw it just
Oh,
start
it wasn't
rolling.
on its own. He was pulling it.
Well,
Yeah, but no, not with his hands.
right.
Yeah.
So I just take the opportunity to say, not fully human, are you?
And Jenny, you start bashing him in his face. And he's not very tough because his eyes roll back after about the fourth hit. And the
Fucking
table,
bitch trying
which
to
had
tell me where
started
I
to roll
belong.
back towards you, it stops moving once he goes unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah. Jenny just stands up. She's like, that's right, bitch. Don't tell me where I fucking belong.
And then, yeah, Nicholas is gonna finish like looking to see if he can find, any like keys or security or anything on him for the labs.
He does have a key fob.
Nicholas will take it, and then he'll take it and he'll hand it to Jackie. This is what I was looking for.
I need a snack.
And his badge that he has on around his neck, you don't know if this is a joke or his real name. It actually says Dr. Quincy Adams on it.
Snatch that
You
as
see-
well.
Oh, Nicholas will take it, but you see him kind of get this like look on his face. He'll take the lanyard. It's like, I'll take care of him. And then I think Nicholas at this point won just because Nicholas just really doesn't like what they're doing here. I'm gonna drink from him, knowing that he's not dead.
Okay. And you bite into him. And because you are Hakata, the kiss from you is quite painful, but he doesn't wake up at first because Jenny has knocked him completely unconscious, and pain doesn't always wake you up immediately. How much are you pulling off him?
I'm gonna pull. He's not innocent. I'll kill him.
As you begin to drink him, you realize even before he's dead, your hunger has reached 0. There is a taste to his blood that is faintly kindred. Kindred light. And he never regains consciousness before you've drained enough blood out of him.
Yeah.
That he is dead.
And then as soon as he's done, like Nicholas will stand up. Then Bloods.
Yeah, well, more like. Go ahead.
Confirms my suspicions.
Kill them all?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Okay, next room.
Ginny's a little pissed off. So when she goes back out into the hall, I'm gonna browse for a certain other ability.
Okay.
She's just gonna stand there in the hall while you guys start moving, but I'm activating metamorphosis.
As I'm walking by the corpse on the table, I look at it. Is there anything obviously strange about it, or?
No, it looks like it was a normal person. They were in the midst of an autopsy. I will give you a roll, though, real quick. Intelligence, medical? Intelligence medicine? You can go ahead and roll that. Three. The muscle density on this person is odd. They have a muscle buildup, a denseness of the muscles that don't match the rest of their body frame, as if the muscles are abnormally and denser without adding the bulk. It's not
all
normal.
Over the body? All over the body, or just specific, like
the
leg
whole body.
and arm? Okay.
At least all of it that's been opened up that you can see. A significant amount of muscles were cut away to open up the chest cavity. Very dense, thick, knotted muscle, but not huge amounts. So they wouldn't have looked as strong as they actually were. Kind of a thing.
Okay. So something seems strange about this body on the table. The muscle.
As soon as. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The muscle density seems to be odd. Like the muscles are stronger than you would think just by casual observation.
Can I take a look with my medical background?
With your medical background, it's not natural. And because the muscle fibers are denser and more packed in, instead of bulking up, it's like the muscles were somehow strengthened without adding size to them.
Would, given medical background and being kindred and exposure to things, would he be able to deduce if he thinks this is a ghoul or...
Ghouls don't become stronger just by being a ghoul. They just become healthier. But I'm going to make you roll for this one. Intelligence.
No, that's fine.
No, yeah. Intelligence, occult.
Would
Add a bonus
thanatology...
Which one was thanatology? That's the study of
death.
No, but I will give you a bonus die for your medicine that interacts with it.
Okay. You said
intelligence occult and add a die.
Intelligence occult. Willpower.
Okay. Ah, 5. You hypothesize that the way kindred make themselves stronger through their blood of the curse is the same method. as though it wouldn't apply to a mortal. Unless somebody found a way to strengthen a mortal this way.
Nicholas will relay what he's there. I think this is more evidence that there is, what's the term I've heard used? Thin blood fuckery.
Yes. Indeed. It is either something that they are capable of doing or it is an ash user. So let us go to the next room. I need a snack.
Agreed.
I have to roll something real quick. Okay. As you move out, the ghouls in the hall all shake their head. Now, Jenny, what did you do when you went into the hall?
She kind of just was like standing there, but she closes her eyes and they're kind of flickering. Like her eyelids are kind of flickering a little bit. But she's going to turn into a big ass black bear.
Okay. So you all come out of the morgue autopsy room to a bear taking up most of the hallway.
My, Jenny. That is
Wow.
magnificent.
Yeah, but we can barely get by.
And Evan actually looks over. That's hot.
Yes. Let's go.
She moves down towards like the magnetic lock door, kind of, yeah.
And Emilio has been inspecting it. He's tried to handle. It doesn't open. But as you move down the hall, what is everyone else? Jenny's going down the hall with Emilio. You have the
I'm gonna
ghouls.
go. I'm gonna go to the next door because I need to kill somebody.
Okay.
I need somebody. Now that I know that they're all the fucking thin bloods, I'm like, it's a fucking smorgasbord.
Okay, so Jackie's going to the next door.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to? The one Etienne's covering? The
Sure, I don't care. Whichever one's next.
Well, there's one across the hall that was on the left side, or there's one down on the right side. Do you want to cross the hall, or you want to go down one?
No, we'll cross the hall first because it's right across from
Okay.
us.
So,
And Nicholas will join
Okay.
Jackie as backup.
and Roscoe?
I'll be following Jackie and Nicholas.
Okay, so you go over to another door, and when you open the door, inside, the room is full of medical equipment. There's a few centrifuges, all kinds of computer equipment, test tubes lining up everywhere, most of them filled with a red viscous substance. Seems to be a blood processing lab of some kind. And there is two people in the room. Their back are to you, and they have headphones on. As they're staring into a microscope, one's making notes. And every once in a while, you see him pass a note over to his buddy who looks at the note, starts typing into the computer. They don't even notice you as they're working.
Are you peckish, Roscoe?
I could eat.
Take the one at the computer.
Okay.
And I literally walk right behind the other one and sink my fangs into him.
Okay. Yeah, they don't even see it coming.
No.
And as you bite into them, do something I haven't done in a while. Let's see, we got a 9 and I got a this. I haven't done this in a while. Let's roll and see. Give me 1 second. I haven't done this in a long time, but since this is one of the first times we're showing feeding is going on extensively in here. Okay, I got that. Let me check this other one. Because, yeah. Let me roll this. As Jackie bites into him, there is taste to the blood. It's a taste you don't recognize or have not tasted often. It is not a neutral taste where there's no resonance, because even no resonance is just a mix of so many that has no strong resonance to it. There's an absence of resonance to this, almost a antithesis of resonance in this individual's blood as you take a sip. It gives you a bonus to oblivion until you feed again.
Excellent. I am going to drain it down.
And as you coordinate your feeding, I gotta make another roll because I'm checking something. As you coordinate your feeding, they do manage to scream. You didn't stop them from screaming out, but not before they don't get a chance to survive. You can both drop your hunger 3 dots. And if it takes it to 0, it takes it to 0. They are both thin bloods as well. Now, vampires cannot have a resonance, but thin bloods are not vampires.
No, they're not. They're vampire-like.
Mm-hmm. They're Diet Coke.
Nick, as soon as that's done, Nicholas is gonna sort of lean back out of the hallway. Are any of you good with computers?
Etienne's not. Tasha's not.
Tasha's not up here.
I know. I'm just going through who might have been. Peter would have been. Emilio, not even close. Evan, not even close. So unless one of the coterie has a lot of computer, which would be technology skill.
Nicholas is going to try and find Nicholas is going to take the computer with him.
I was about to say, I have some technology skill.
I mean, they're using a laptop, so go ahead. You can just grab the laptop.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the laptop.
Okay.
And Jackie's going to take her cane and literally smash all the fucking test tubes.
Okay.
Any papers or anything that they've got, free paper, notes or whatever, Nicholas will put them in his medical bag.
Okay. Now, while this is all going on, Jenny, what were you doing? Because it takes a few seconds to feed, gather up the laptop. So let's go back to Jenny and make sure Jenny
was
gets to do.
Was just working her way down towards Emilio.
Okay, you can walk right beside him.
Yeah. Yeah. She kind of nudges the door handle with her snout and just kind of to see if he'll say what's going on. So,
and he looks over and at first he jumps a bit because he hadn't even paid attention to you shifting. And then he's like, it's locked still, can't get in.
Jenny just kind of nods her. Jenny just nods her head, yes. And then she kind of turns the head towards the others and she kind of, and then taps the door handle back towards the others again, trying to get him to understand, go get the fucking key card.
Okay. And he kind of looks, I'll roll for him. Let's see if he can catch what you're saying. I'll go check with the others. And he heads back the way he came. Jenny, please give me wits awareness. Now you are in bear form. But let me pull this up because I'm not positive how they handle it. I don't believe in, let's see, awareness. It says 3 dice would be your awareness pool. I think with what I'm wanting you to check, roll 5 dice for that, please. Because it's not just, you'll find out if you get a good roll. 2, it's enough to know something. Something dead has definitely walked this hallway. Bears their senses are not good at a lot of things, but they're really good at smelling things they might want to eat. Something dead has walked this hallway, but it's also walked, there's a vague sense of it from the wall to your left.
Is that one of the other doors then?
No.
Or
Nope, it's wall. Looks like drywall.
she kind of shuffles closer to it. She's going to start just like swiping on the wall then. So
Oh, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. It's drywall. You're a bear. Your paw crashes into the wall, and a large chunk falls out, and there's a room beyond it. And the room beyond it, it's got couches and chairs. No bed, but there's a wardrobe. It looks like an old armoire style wardrobe. Seems like a room is in here.
she's not gonna jam her head into the hole. She's gonna basically kind of just keep swiping on it, but she's gonna try and like kind of like swipe some, but then kind of put her bulk into it, just kind of like fall into the hole, as it were. So I just don't want to put my head in first and have it chopped off.
As you're sitting there, something crashes down from the ceiling. Now you have toughness on, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Something crashes down from the ceiling, tears rents in your back as the ceiling tiles give way under it. And you're going to take, let's see, 6. I give you some armor because of the bear hide. You'll take 3 superficial as claws rake your back.
She actually like lets out that bear like roar in pain as she kind of tries to spin around on this thing, whatever it is.
Now, everyone else, you heard the roar. What's everybody doing now?
I was going to try touching the sample that's under the microscope to see where
It's blood. It's got the slide over it, so it's not like there's much into the sample you can get, because you got to prepare the slides before you put them under the microscope.
Right, but was there enough that I could slide the cover slip off to...
Yeah, it's blood, it looks like, of some kind.
Okay. Like the spirits touch it.
I'll let you roll that. You're going to miss some of the combat because you're going to be caught in your spirits touch loop. But go ahead, because you would have done that right off. So go ahead and roll it. And while everyone else is reacting, you're caught in the spirits touch grip of it. So, Jackie, you heard Ginny Bear.
She basically just swiped the last of the glass containers of blood and shit in the room. Roscoe, destroy that when you're done. And she walks out to go back up Jenny.
Nicholas?
So Nicholas, knowing that he is not particularly gifted at attacking anything, is going to, like, he's seen Roscoe do this before. So I think Nicholas is going to stay as sort of a guard for whatever Roscoe's about to do. Because he can take a beating if he needs to. But yeah, just kind of stand guard while Roscoe does this thing.
Okay. And the ghouls are going to engage. And as Ginny has this thing, Jackie, you come out, and what's on her back? I mean, it's human. It does have claw-like hands, long nails, but it's human. It is obviously fallen through the ceiling, and it's on her back trying to tear hunks out of her skin with its bare hands. Roscoe is spirits touching the blood.
Jackie'll stake it.
Jackie's going to try to stake it on Jenny's back. We're going to go to break right here because combat's about to break out, and it's not going to be faster combat. This is going to be slower combat. So we're going to go to break and leave you wondering what else is in store, because it's been real easy so far until now. See you in 10 minutes, everybody. Please enjoy.
introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Isabella Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Isabella Bathory. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, Operation Rescue Isabella was in full swing. Getting into the building was pretty easy. Getting on the floor was pretty easy. They found somebody was doing some sort of weird autopsy. Drank that thin blood down. Jackie and Roscoe drank down the lab tech. Jenny went full awesome, straight into a giant bear form. And I found a little hidden cubby hole in the floor that, well, somebody was in the ceiling tiles above it because it dropped on her back. And that's where we left off, with this thing tearing at her back. And Jackie coming out after hearing the bears roar to help deal with this thing. So as we're picking up, this is a new round. Jenny, what are you doing? Jackie, what are you doing? Roscoe, your spirit's touching blood, and you already had made your roll, so I'll come to you in a minute. It's going to take a minute or two because combat goes quick, but spirit's touch takes a few seconds.
Can I sense the beast as I am approaching?
You can use any power that doesn't require physical activity once per turn. So yes, you can kick off Sense the Beast as you're approaching.
All right, I will do that because I want to know what this is. All right.
We shall see what you get.
I will. Oh, nope. Hang on. I have to do it the other.
Resolve animalism.
I know. I have to click the animalism first.
Yes, you do. 5 is pretty good. Jackie has hit hunger 1.
Yeah, because I roused. Resolve.
And so, yes, you can tell that they are supernatural in origin, which means werewolf or vampire. You need a critical to determine for sure, but they are either vampire or werewolf. They have a supernatural beast.
Okay, I'm going to try to stake him.
Okay. Jenny, what are you doing, Bear Jenny?
Bear Jenny is kind of stumbling back into the hall since I'm assuming her back is still to the hole, and she's trying to kind of slam this person into the mag door since it's metal.
Okay. So we'll have you go first because it's on your back. It's quicker than Jackie approaching. So I will have you go first. Now, it's on your back. It's trying to fight, but at the same time, yeah, it is going to try to hurt you, but I don't know how well that's going to go. And we'll have you, I'm having him roll, and then you'll roll a fuck ton of dice because you're a bear. So Jenny is going to attack. You have 7 for strength, 3 for your claws. That's 10, plus 1 for your specialization. That's 11. And if you blood surge, it's 14 damn dice. Everyone don't fuck with bears.
They will fuck up your day.
Yes, bears will ruin your fucking day.
I will willpower this. No dice save. I can't.
It doesn't save it, so just roll 3.
Yeah.
6 successes so far. 7 successes. Jenny, as Jackie's approaching, Jenny almost does a roll against the door. She kind of slams her bulk sideways against the door with a sickening crunch. And the door, because it's a high security door, it's actually been built into almost a vault section anchored to the thing, though it still shakes noticeably from the impact of a bear. I mean, they aren't small creatures. As he slams his body into the wall, you hear some bones snap as he goes slack, and Jenny pulls free of it. Now, Jackie, you can do an attack. You're not going to be able to stake him at this point because you're not able to get the angle after she slammed him into the wall, but you can still attack him with your cane if you wish. Just to further break body parts, or hell, you can't pin him to the wall at all because it's steel door. You can't penetrate the steel.
Is he unconscious?
No, he's not unconscious. He's just got several limbs at an awkward angle right now.
Then yeah, I'll just attack him.
Okay, go ahead. And I'm going to have to give him more penalties. Not just the die penalty from before of his second opponent this round, but more penalties. Jackie's getting pretty damn good with a sword, everybody. Throwing a lot of dice.
Kidding.
5 successes. Jackie comes in with her sword cane. Cane in one hand, sword in the other.
Mm-hmm.
And as Jenny pulls free of the smashed guy, he meets Jackie's sword. This kindred is not very tough. What he has in aggression, he lacks in ability for duration. Because as Jackie comes in, she manages to cut his head off, exceeding his tracks. He rapidly begins to turn to ash. And that's when you all notice somebody step through the hole. He's wearing a suit, nice suit, got a sword in his hand. Matter of fact, it looks kind of like a sword cane like Jackie's, with no cane. There's 2 ways we can do this. You can let me leave now, or I can kill a few of you and I'll leave anyway. I leave the choice to you.
Who are you?
Nobody of import to you.
Oh, I think it's quite important to me, considering you've taken one of my associates.
Casualties of war and all that.
Yes.
You can take her out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I've said my piece.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it?
Yeah, Jackie's gonna attack.
Okay. As Jackie moves into attack, Jackie, you've never seen anyone move this quickly. You don't get a roll.
Okay.
He comes in with lightning speed. I have to roll his rouse check for that. Your willpower. As Jackie just starts to move with unbelievable quickness, his sword comes up, smacks into Jackie. Jackie has toughness.
And shatter.
And shatter, yep, I know. And you have resilience, which is good. He's got 8. You only have a defense of 1. His margin is 7 against you.
Halved.
Mm-hmm.
And reflected.
His blade comes in, cuts you. Cuts right through your armor. And you take 3 superficial. But his blade shatters in the process.
And Jackie just looks at the wound and just shrugs.
Now you can make your attack. You just
Okay.
didn't have a defense against it. He got to just hit you with a full pull with you having a 1. And it doesn't count as one of his combats. So he still has his full pull for the next attack. Though no sword.
Yeah, that's 9
Jesus.
with a crit.
Your sword is not magical, is it?
No.
Okay. As you come in, your sword is quicker than his bare hands. Obviously, he expected to have another weapon. Your margin was only 3 over him. But, unfortunately, the blade breaks from the handle of your sword. As he takes some damage as well. Oh, interesting. Can I leave yet, or are we going to dance? Jenny, what are you doing?
Ginny's rousing her feral weapon claws as she charges him. So
Okay.
Second. You roll it. I still failed. Okay, cool. So I'm at hunger 4. Let's see. And I rolled like ass.
Seven. Not bad.
7 with a messy crit.
I rolled 12 on 8 dice. That's 5. But you do get to keep your toughness in that bear form. So that's going to affect his numbers because he's not using a weapon now. So it takes it down to 2. Which means, Halved, you take 1 superficial as you charge in, and he just leaps over you, kicking you in the back of the head as he goes. Really, I can do this all night.
And Jackie says, so can I.
And now I got to roll for Etienne. Because Etienne's going to shoot at him. He's not just standing there. And Etienne, who's had his pistol out, he didn't bring a Mac tonight because too close quarters, don't want to cut everybody down. And he fires a shot that the guy easily ducks past. Still in that same flowing movement he'd used to leap over Jenny. I got to roll for Evan now. There's a lot of fighting on one dude. I keep rolling his dice pool smaller. Nope, that's too many dice. I got to roll, do it again. Evan pulls a shot and also missed. His bullet goes wide as this guy's moving. And you see Emilio pull out about a 3-foot piece of steel pipe with a fuse on the end. And he's holding it with a lighter in his other hand like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just looking at the guy. Next round. You really don't want Emilio throwing that, by the way. Everyone's going to get hurt from that. Next round, let's go around the table. Who's doing what? We know what this guy's doing.
Never mind. Jenny's just going to charge him again.
Okay. Jenny's charging Jackie.
I will try to stake his ass.
Okay. Jackie's going to stake. Nicholas.
I'm with Roscoe.
It's been about 10 seconds since the bear roar, roughly. So he's still doing his spirit's touch right now because he's caught in the loop of it.
Yeah, no, the whole point of Nicholas staying back was to provide cover for Nicholas for Roscoe because everybody else ran to the roar because Nicholas can't do shit in a fight.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to muddy the waters with an extra body.
Grizzly Jenny there attacking him. The ghouls are going to attack. Emilio's contemplating lighting that thermite. Contemplating. So, Jackie, looking at the position, you had attacked him. Then he leapt over Jenny.
His back's to her.
No, that was part of his flow. He turned to face you, but he's going to have to fight. Jenny's closer, so Jenny's attack comes first.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny, let me make my rouse check. You do not get to roll a defense against his attack. He didn't get hungrier. As he comes in, Jenny. 6, 3. As you come in, before you can even make a move, he has stepped close to you, hit your bear in the snout twice, and then leapt back. Take 2 more superficial. But now you can do your attack. All it gives him is a free or a 1 defense attack against you, and then you get your normal attack. For those of the viewers out there that are wondering, this individual is using lightning strike. level 5 celerity power. It's quite useful for this. Unfortunately, when you're dear God teamed, it still is not going to be enough to save him.
11 successes.
11 successes.
This time, he's still got 8 with a crit, but 11 beats 8. So your margin was 3, plus your claws are considered +2.
And they're not, aren't they?
They're not halved, right? So you've done 5, not halved, though any toughness he has will help him some. And if he's got shatter, he's got some toughness. But your claws catch him as he's trying to dance back out of your reach. And you manage to cut his suit and cut some rents in his body. And he looks pissed.
Oh, he's pissed? Yeah. Jenny's just roaring at him as she's slashing in on him. So.
Okay. Now Jackie comes in with a stake.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll your stake attack.
While this is happening, if it's possible, can Nicholas actually try something when you're done with this?
Sure.
I got 6.
Jackie, you slip by with the stake. And he tries to punch you as you're coming in,
Mm-hmm.
but you manage to
Dodge out of
dodge
the way.
it. You ducked under the blow.
Yeah, she literally, like doing a dance, just leans right out of the way.
And you manage to stick the stake in his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
but not
That's all right.
in his heart.
That's all right. It still does a little something.
Now, what is Nicholas planning to try?
While he's with Roscoe, he's going to call out to Izzy and aid them if you can, but not necessarily certain, one, that she can hear him, but also not sure what would be aiding them because she might not be under her own control right now.
Okay. Everybody in the hallway, give me Dex Athletics, please.
Are we in the hallway?
You're in the hallway fighting a guy, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was a side room.
No, he came out of that side room and fought y'all in the hallway. Okay, that's good from him.
Does acrobatics work?
Yes, that will work for this one. Dice are going every which way, everybody. Let's see what we get. This is a new one here.
Woo!
Jesus.
That's 8.
Okay.
With a crit.
For those in the hallway, you don't know where this comes from. All the lights explode at once in the hallway, and electricity, like bolts of electricity, fire every which way. Jackie, you managed to dodge the bolt with 8.
Sorry, quick question.
Yes,
Since I'm in bear form, do I use my physical bear stat or do I use dexterity?
physical bear stat.
Okay, I need to reroll this. I
Okay.
apologize. So,
Etienne dodges the bolt. Emilio takes one. Evan takes an electrical shock. And now we're going to see what Jenny gets.
There we go.
Nice.
Jenny, you get shocked, but it doesn't do shit against your bear hide. It hits you, but it feels like a tingle due to the sheer body mass. It's just not enough for the bolt to keep its amperage high enough to really fuck you up as it crosses your bear body. This guy smolders a bit. And now we're going to go to the third round of combat, everybody. What's everybody doing? Nicholas, you don't know what you asked. She's unleashing some shit out there. You can see the
Yeah,
lightning from the room you're in because the whole hallway had just arcs of shit every which way.
Yeah, at that point, Nicholas is just gonna sort of resume his
Nonchalant, it's
like-
only lightning.
Well, no, he's probably shitting himself, but at this point, it's more like he. This is literally all he can do to help, and it's not even him. So right now, it's just whatever's going on. Nicholas is with Roscoe, at least trying to be a meat shield while he's doing whatever he's doing.
Okay. Jackie, what are you doing?
If I rouse for shatter, is that my turn?
No, you can rouse that since it's not a power that requires full concentration, you can activate it
Okay, I will activate
at the
it
same
and then
time as you'll
attack
make an
again.
attack.
I will attempt to stake again because he might be a little distracted now that there's electricity shooting at him.
Okay.
All right, and
Let's see what Jackie gets.
9.
9. Nice roll. It's a tie. And ties go to the one who's doing the action. This turn, he did not use the lightning ability to strike before you could do anything. Since it's a tie, it counts as even, which means the minimum damage is 1. But you're using a stake again?
Mm-hmm.
3. Well, it's still only going to do 1 due to toughness. The stake shatters in your hand as it stabs into him. But you don't take any damage.
Okay.
Because the tie goes in your favor because you're the one attacking this time. Jenny, to get into and attack him, you're going to have to shove Jackie the fuck out of the way. But you
do
can't.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ginny is actually like mega pissed at this point. So she is just like roaring and just kind of like trying to not gently push Jackie out of the way, but she kind of like bats Jackie at the back some and kind of tries to come around her on this guy again.
You're a bear.
So-
You can just walk past her and she just kind of gets shoved to the side. You're
Yeah,
a
but
black
I mean,
bear,
it's
you're
kind of
pushing 500 pounds maybe?
she's trying. It's kind of that like soft run, not run kind of thing to get around Jackie's what she's going for because she's pissed off.
Okay.
And she's also
Jake-
fucked up. So
Never talk about a woman's weight.
it's true.
Even in bear form.
Even in bear form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Aye,
6,
that's
7, 8,
just
9,
a lot of
10, 12,
amazing bear right there.
13, 14.
She thick.
That's 11 with a messy critical. Since the
God
last 4
damn.
should be hunger dice. Since I can't roll at hunger in this, so just a second. You know what? No, fuck this. I'm gonna take a point of willpower that I can't get back next week to re-roll 3 of my dice. Okay, so 13 successes.
Jenny, you come in. What kind of attack were you doing?
She's just swiping with her paws.
Your
so-
paws come in and smack the hell out of him,
Mhm.
sending him careening back down the hall. Good. All the way back by the elevator with this force of the hit that you did on him. Somehow manages to keep his feet. You don't know how. Well, there's a logical reason for that. Cat's grace, he doesn't stumble. But then you see him move so quickly that you can't follow the movement anymore as he shoots through the fire exit door. Roscoe,
Ginny's literally just roaring after him. Like she's just screaming in bear form.
I gotta scroll all the way the fuck up here and find Roscoe's roll. How many did you get, Roscoe?
3, I think.
3? The emotional parts of this, as you push back in it, there's a lot of blackness, a lot of nothingness, not a feeling nothing. And then you feel confusion You're trapped somewhere that you can't find the exit. As you push just a little further back, which is the farthest back you can do it, you're in a club dancing with honor and commenting, feeling a little skeeved by some guy in black staring at you. Which you've been doing that. You didn't get a good look at the guy in the hallway, but because of the conversation Honor and Isabella had, it was clearly imprinted in her blood about what this guy looked like. So if you described him, somebody'd be able to recognize it.
Is it enough for me to track him?
I would say it's more of it's slightly, I would make it have a penalty, but yes, you could track it.
Okay.
Tenuous at best. So, this guy has escaped. What is everybody doing? You see Roscoe come out of his trance. The lightning stopped.
Okay, that was my question.
And your necklace goes cold, Nicholas. She doesn't say a word, it just goes cold.
Thank you, sister. That's all he'll say, and then he'll look to Roscoe. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I got some info. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, then Nicholas will go out into the hallway and see what's happened.
Let's see here. Jenny. For hunger. Give me a frenzy check, please. Somebody smashed all the test tubes of blood that's in that other room. Three. That's actually borderline, isn't it? Let's see. That's not the one I need. That's the wrong one. Let me pull up my chart. That is one of the few times. Let's see a frenzy. Taste of blood, 3. Fail arouse check at 5. Taste of blood, it's not a taste. You see it. You only needed 2. Okay, so you're safe. You can keep the smell of the blood is in your bear's nose.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to frenzy you. Barely.
I was gonna say, since this dude's obviously gone, Ginny was roaring, but she's kind of like de-shifting back into her humanoid form, and she's still screaming because she's kind of pissed. But then once she's fully de-shifted, she'll stop screaming.
And when you shift back, your back is torn. Your clothes aren't, which is nice. But your back is torn. You got not bruises, but because vampires don't really bruise, but you've got fist marks in your face from where he'd punched you. You're at 6 damage, 6 superficial, which is right at your limit before you start going aggravated. Without going aggravated.
Fuck. Can we get this door open? I need to drink somebody. Like, I usually don't say that, but like.
Oh yeah, Nicholas.
There's another room, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the other room, Jenny. There's got to be people in there.
Yeah,
Nicholas is opening doors.
She's gonna kick the fucking door in.
One of them is supplies.
Oh. Yeah.
And the other is a pharmacy of all things, full of all kinds of prescription pills, a lot of antibiotics, blood coagulants, blood anticoagulants, and some very odd other things. And by odd, I mean there's shoe polish, nail polish remover, nail polish, just the oddest collection of other shit in there. But you still have a vault door that nobody's opened yet, that you do have a key fob for, you think.
When I come out into the hall, I'm like, what the hell happened out here?
Jackie's not even responding. She's walking up to the vault door with the key fob.
Okay. When you push it against the door, it clicks. When you pull it open inside the room, in the far corner is a person huddling terrified, wearing nurse's scrubs. But in the center of the room, strapped to, well, it's like a dentist chair of all things. Reclined back, you see both Honor and Isabella. Both of them are hooked to a blood bag transfusion in their right arm. And in their left arm, snakes to a machine that seems to be pumping blood out of them and storing it in containers.
Nicholas will immediately go to the containers that's harvesting from them and disconnect them.
You disconnect the containers or the machine?
blood's gonna go everywhere.
disconnecting-
Yeah, it's pulling out of
so-
them. So you're going to just disconnect the machine?
That's
Like
pumping.
Yeah.
I am going to try to get it off of them. So it's not pulling anything.
Taking half on your medical, just flipping the power switch should stop it from pulling because vampires don't have blood normally. It's got to have a suction, so it's a pump.
Okay.
So you just
Then he's
power
just
it off.
going to turn it off.
Okay.
His more immediate thought is trying to get them off the machine,
Mhm.
not necessarily stop the machine.
And the guy in the corner starts screaming, "Don't kill me, I just work here, don't kill me."
Genevieve is literally stalking straight at him. She has activated Silence of Death without even thinking.
I've got a kid, I've got family, I'm just trying to make
Who's
ends
the
meet."
man in black?
You give me a second. I think I can explain. He's the one who took Honor. And
No, I need to
Isabella.
know who he is. Who is he? And she looks at the nurse.
I don't know a man in black. Dr. Quincy runs this shit.
Yes, well, Dr. Quincy is no longer with us.
Please don't kill me. I didn't do anything. I just work here.
You didn't do anything, really.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Go for it, Jenny.
When he says he didn't do anything, Jenny's grabbing him by the neck and pulling him up and just like a fucking apple.
And how much you gonna pull? Everything you can?
She's gonna pull 3 dots because she wants to. She's not. Yeah, actually, you know what? Does it taste like human blood?
No, it's human.
Oh, yeah, no, she's going all the way. Then fuck this guy.
Okay. Now, you can only, on the average human, get 3 or 4 blood off him. But
Yeah.
murder, drinking them completely dead, will always set your hunger back to 0 as you take their soul from them. And as you start to drink, it's definitely mortal. But it's got a resonance because, well, he was fucking terrified. Which is, which one is that? Melancholy, I think it is. I think. Forget off the top of my head. We'll double check it afterwards because I forgot the exact one. But you'll get your resonance from it as you drain him down. And you manage to stop drinking right as you feel the heart stop beating. As he expires, left dead there on the floor, drained of blood. Emilio rushes in the room. And all he appears to be doing is he's crying. And he's gently caressing Isabella's face, saying over and over, "It'll be okay."
So Nick, at this point, Nicholas, now that the blood has stopped moving, Nicholas is going to focus on Isabella and carefully disconnect her from the machine.
Okay. You pull the IV out that was jammed into her arm as a transfusion. Apparently they were using the action of the pump to draw it completely through, though you'd imagine it wasn't a very efficient method of doing it. But that's what they had since there's no heart to circulate the blood.
I'm going to leave the blood that's going in, but like sort of like pressing the bag so it sort of forces pressure-wise the
Okay.
blood into her.
And you push some blood into her. Now, both her and Honor, you've unhooked them. They don't seem to be
Nicholas
waking.
could care less about Honor.
Well, they don't seem to be
Nicholas
waking.
hasn't done anything.
Oh, you haven't done anything? Honor's just sitting there?
Not for Honor.
They don't seem to be waking. Neither one. They're not stiff like a corpse, but they're not awake.
Like once Nicholas feels that he has sufficiently gotten Isabella addressed, then he'll turn to Honor, but Honor isn't his priority in this.
Emilio's head shoots up. Y'all can do something for her, right?
We'll take care of her.
Jackie bites her wrist, places it over Isabella's mouth.
Please rouse check.
Mm-hmm.
The tried and true method of somebody with a higher gen is attempting to, or higher blood potency and higher gen, to waken someone from torpor by giving them a taste of the blood. And when you do this, Isabella does not wake. You know this is supposed to work,
I lick the wound.
but it doesn't. She does not wake at all.
Take the blood that they've been infusing. We need to test it. There's something in there.
Yeah, Nicholas will take samples of the blood that was going in, the blood that was coming out, and put them in his bag so they can test them.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got blood bags. You can also grab one. Honor's just got one that you haven't squeezed at all.
Mm-hmm. Take the one that was in Anna.
Yeah.
And Jackie will say, Etienne, Evan, Emilio, let's help carry them out.
And you unhook Isabella and Honor. And
Uh,
Evan and Etienne get Isabella. But Emilio does not help with Isabella. He looks at you all. You all might want to leave before I do. This place
Noted.
is burning.
Okay.
I told her I would burn a city down if I had to, and I meant it.
Genevieve, now that she's not hungry and has her senses back, she's actually going to rummage on this person for an ID. If they don't have an ID, then yeah, she mostly was just trying to figure out who. I don't need a name. She just was looking for an ID for.
There's a
future
wallet.
reasons.
He's got a wallet with an ID and a badge that got him in.
Okay, she's gonna take that stuff just so she can track some information later.
Okay.
So
Jackie looks at the ID that she stole off the doctor. What's the company?
The company? It's funny you asked that. It says the Cinder Institute LLC.
Oh, really? That's familiar, isn't it?
The same people that make ash.
Yeah, well, the card that we found.
Yeah.
too.
Yes. The card that we
Yeah.
found.
The flyer.
The flyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were turning her into ash. That's what they do here.
Yeah, I mean, I missed the dancing out in the hall, but I was looking at the blood. Those two texts that we drained. We're looking at. It was Isabella's blood. And I got some pictures that it was a man in black. I mean, it was Isabella and Honor dancing in the club, but they were being eyed by a man in black, who, I mean, I'm going to guess is the one who captured them. Now I got a pretty good mental image of him. I don't know if I can for sure track him, but I can try.
Give it a try. You know he was here.
Now,
Okay.
remember, if he's going to use that power, it's going to take 10 minutes to ritual.
We have to get. Well, we know he went down the stairs, so we can leave, and he obviously left the building. We will see
Because
where he
Roscoe
went.
has to sit still for 10 minutes and
Yeah,
concentrate on it. I know.
we can go out.
Once we're out.
Yeah, once we're out, he can do it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna help Evan get Honor.
And while they're getting everyone together and like Roscoe's getting his stuff started, Nicholas is going to do like one more cursory glance for any sort of computers, notes, anything that they can use to try and figure out exactly what the fuck they were doing.
Nothing in this room. Everything was in the lab room that you took, which is their
Okay.
computer.
Okay. So he'll get
And,
his
and
blood
you got a couple
samples and then-
notebooks. I'll give you got a couple notebooks that were sitting around. Swipe
Okay.
those up because I haven't seen a lab yet that people don't have notebooks they're writing in.
But yeah, and then once Nicholas has like all of the samples and everything, then yeah, he'll join everybody outside.
And you see Emilio waiting for you all. Are you all taking the elevator or the stair? The elevator you could try, or the stairs. Which one are you taking?
Nicholas would just take the stairs.
I believe us with bodies are gonna take the elevator.
I'll be down in a minute or two. I want y'all to. I'll wait till the elevator makes it to the bottom. Please send it back up.
Sure.
And he's sitting there holding that tube in his hand and his lighter in the other. I'm going to thermite this floor.
Okay.
No, are we taking Honor with us?
Mhm.
Okay.
And you take them to the elevator. Jenny, what are you doing? Jenny, you all see Jenny's. Well, you can't see it because her clothes weren't ripped. Her face, the wounds on her face clear up.
Ginny is going to, once she's like, I'm just going to take the stairs, but so I'll run off ahead. And so once she starts going down the stairs, she's actually going to activate unseen passage.
Okay.
So if the dude's, and she'll activate Silence of Death. So if the dude's in the hall, he won't necessarily see her coming, hopefully, is her.
Okay. And as you head down, I'll come back to you. Actually, the elevator be slightly faster than even a Kindred going down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You all ride the elevator down to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, Tasha's waiting by the elevator. Peter saw the elevator returning. He also said the fire alarm was triggered, but he turned it off
Excellent.
when the fire escape door was opened.
Mm-hmm. Did you see someone run out?
Fire door opened. Light flew open.
Did the front door open?
No, ma'am.
Did the back door?
We didn't see any other doors open, but not all the cameras cover the whole place inside, so there's dead zones. This is the shittiest security I've seen in a long time. That's Tasha saying that.
Jackie walks into the security room.
Peter hops up as soon as you come in. You made it. Good.
Of course.
Of course.
Please. Takes worse to try to destroy me. Take this case. Lamar left us a little treat. I want you to make sure that the perimeter is covered so that once everyone is out of the building, this place blows.
As storyteller, I would be remiss to tell you if there's any innocence in this building, because you can't be sure there's nobody here from any other companies that could be innocent. What you're proposing is going to be a stain.
I understand that, but if that bastard is still in here, he will burn.
I'm just, as storyteller, I have to. You won't know right away if you find out there were deaths in the building from this.
Mm-hmm.
You will have to deal with a stain at that time.
That is fine. We will deal with it at the time.
I just, as storyteller, I
In
have
this
to.
moment,
Yep.
She is single-minded of focus.
Okay. And we'll roll for his demolition skill, because I know what you're asking. Now I know how well he did. Yes, ma'am.
Emilio is going to thermite the floor upstairs. But that's not enough to take down the whole building.
No, it'll cause a hell of a damn fire, though.
Yeah, it will. But we will take down the whole building.
Yes, ma'am.
And let's go.
And as Jenny, you come out the fire door, and it closes behind you as you come out. You didn't see anything in the stairwell. Not a track of anything. And Emilio comes down the elevator right as soon as it went back up. And as soon as you see the elevator hit the floor that he was on, you see all the lights in the security room light up for fire on the 15th floor. I mean, and Peter just looks at it. Fire's disabled. It's not telling anybody it started.
All right, let's go.
And you all head out. As the coterie drives away, I will give you all a scene here in a second as you're going out to the van and loading up. As you pull away, there is a loud boom behind you around that building. But you can't see the results of it right away, and I guess we'll find that out at a later point once you see the news. But I turn this over to the players, and as you're riding in the van, Emilio is just holding Isabella. And all he's doing is softly caressing her face and still saying over and over, it's going to be okay. You'll be fine.
Nicholas is gonna rest a hand on Emilio's shoulder and use Obeah.
Okay. You're going to try to calm his nerves.
Kind of twofold. I imagine if he's coming down off of adrenaline and sleep deprivation, it might also just make him pass out.
Composure plus aspects, please.
Let me rouse first.
Now, if you're going to just use it, though, for an extended period, their difficulty is 0. Since if you're not
Like,
going
he'll-
to, if you're not going to participate in the conversation the rest of the group is having, you can actually make the difficulty 0.
You didn't let Roscoe do his tracking thing
I'm going to let him roll it. He can roll it too.
because we hadn't pulled off yet.
That's fine. He can roll it. You can go ahead and roll it. He knows it's intelligence occult. Right, Roscoe? No, it's intelligence blood sorcery. First roll.
Right.
Seven. That's nice because the difficulty was 3 on that one. So you get a margin of 4, which takes it down to your intelligence survival with your specialization. The difficulty is only 2 on that one. Plus whatever hidden difficulty I've added, because most of what you're relying on is an emotional feel and secondhand images of him through what was gotten from the blood. It's not, you didn't physically see him, but so far you're pretty damn good. You've got 3. You going to
9.
willpower that?
Yes.
4. You do see a track. You see it come. You didn't see it in front of the building, but as the van's driving off and you're watching for it, you see it came out from the side of the building somewhere. Looks like another exit. And shot up one of the back alleys between the buildings.
It looks like he made it out of the building. He came out of the side
But
and went up.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. And went up one of the alleys, but we're getting further away.
But now you know for sure you can track him at a later date because you know for sure you've gotten enough look at his face that it works.
It's all right.
So-
Let him think he got away tonight.
We can get him another time.
Exactly.
And Nicholas, after you've pulled Obeah, not a great roll for you on it. He stops repeating it'll be okay, but he's still just holding Isabella, caressing her cheek, almost obsessively. I turn it over.
Like, I don't.
Go ahead.
No, I don't expect him to have especially after everything they've been through. I don't expect him. If anything, it's more to just try and calm him down, but also give him some sort of peace now that we've got her secured. And also maybe even try to get him to a spot where he can rest. But yeah.
Where are you, Jackie, having him the van drive? Back to the airport, to the plane?
Yes.
Fuck, Keisha, you're getting out of there.
Mhm.
Got it. So that is where we're driving. Is I turn it over to the players to discuss the events of tonight, I guess.
Sorry I couldn't catch him there. I could have sworn I had gotten a good hit on him there, but apparently he just took the momentum straight towards the exit. So,
Well, we can get him later.
oh, good, because yeah,
That one has some age on him.
Yes, that makes sense. He definitely fought like someone who was not a bumbling idiot. So,
And it makes me
Mike,
wonder what his background is. Because something he did tonight, he should not have been able to do.
What happened? Absolutely.
mm,
My father's
Predisposed.
cane sword is destroyed.
Sorry to hear that, Jay. Can it be repaired?
I don't know.
well, other than Isabella being out of it, I would say we did some good tonight. Sorry about your sword. Do appreciate the duo combo in the hall though. Also, probably was not the best fighting arena to test out the real capabilities of being a bear, but you have to bear with me while I work out the kinks.
You are fine.
That's getting you back, Roscoe, because I did hear that one.
Fortunately, we also got information, and Nicholas will show the laptop and then like all of the notes and stuff that he's grabbed. If we can analyze all of this properly, hopefully we'll get more information on where things go from here.
Oh, in any case, look, we probably put a huge dent in the Ash production chain.
That was the hope.
Sadly, I wouldn't expect it to be a dent for long.
Of course not. Thin bloods are a dime a dozen.
My apologies for not being of more use during the fight.
Was that your sister with the electricity?
It was someone.
You helped. He really didn't like that. Trust me, he was far more hurt than either myself or even Jenny, I believe. So,
Like I said, felt bad letting him get away. I thought
you sent him running with his tail tucked between his legs. The cocky was knocked right off his fucking face.
Oh no. Yeah. I don't know. No, it was just the I was really hoping to keep him there so that we could
There were too many ways he could get out.
yeah.
It was not an ideal location to trap someone.
True. It may not be super useful, but I pulled that nurse or whoever, the person in the scrubs, their ID and stuff, so that I can hopefully have Frank track financials on them.
Mm-hmm.
Since they claim they had a family, I want to see who they were, and maybe we can figure out who's. We understand it's the Ash Finders, but maybe we can find a way to backdoor to where the money's coming from to fund the Ash Funders.
Absolutely.
So
Smart.
yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. Find another one of these fucking places. I don't even know if it's worth going inside. We should just burn it from the outside.
Roscoe, understand I will not return honor to Keisha just yet.
That's fine. I mean, whether we use for the favor offered or not, we got Isabella back. That's the only important thing.
Exactly. And if honor has been corrupted into the cult of Set, this may be the opportunity to break that corruption.
I will not feel bad if I don't get that owed favor. It's fine.
I figured as much. Especially, was she wearing the ring?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Yes, well, we'll see how long
She-
it takes.
So, it's not like she's going to be able to be around long enough to pay up anyhow.
At
One can hope.
least that's the hope. We shall see how long it takes.
I imagine at this point, like when there's a lull in the conversation, Nicholas just starts chuckling to himself, and then looks over at Jenny. Are you telling me you fought barehanded?
You know what, Nicholas? You get that one. You get that one.
That was good.
That was fucking horrible. You guys are an absolute riot. If we could attack our foes with your puns and jokes, then
You did more than I could.
oh, I know. But you're the pretty. That's why you're the pretty face, and I'm the bear claws.
You call Nicholas the pretty face, and he just stares at you in that like a blank, vacant stare that he has as a default.
Yeah, she kind of reaches over and like grabs Nicholas's cheeks, like, yeah, that pretty face. Like she's treating him like a total child. He may be older, but she doesn't care. It's all right. We'll figure all this shit out. I'm sure Isabella will be right as rain. Give her a night. So
Do we need any further scene as you all head back and load up on Jackie's jet? And I assume it's flying back to Chicago
Mm-hmm.
with Isabella rescued. Nicholas, you may not have done much, but you were smart enough to grab the laptop and the notes, which will reveal a whole lot of information about their activities if you can get it. Jackie found out somebody using something that, as far as she's concerned, is not for everyone to be using, especially against her. Roscoe, knowing he can track it, and Jenny making a hell of a showing as the Grizzly. As she sent him caterwauled down the hallway. And if not for Cat's grace, he would have been on his ass at the far end of the hallway. One of the only times Cat's grace was useful, I think. For my NPCs, at least. This is where we're going to end. Season 8, Episode 9 of Windy City After Dark. I'd like to thank my players, you the viewers. Of course, also big shout out to Mischievous Red. You're married now. At least I think you are. I don't know
She
I
just
don't remember
needed
the
a
exact
2-week
date.
vacation.
I don't remember the exact date, which date the wedding was on, but by the time she comes back, she'll be married. So
Yes, she'll be back from her honeymoon.
I hope you don't mind what I've done to you.
Promise you'll wake up when you come back.
Yeah, I'll have you wake up when you come back. And of course, the player vote. Everyone who was here last session, which is everyone you see right here, they get a bonus XP for the last session. And I'm giving you all bonus XP this session. So take your 1 extra for this session. You went up against the make it look easy in the beginning and then hit you with a real heavy hitter at the end. And you came out of it alive, which is important. And of course, please join us on our Discord. We cast this show from the Discord. So if you're on the Discord, you may get a chance to join us on one of our shows. We do Zoom Hangouts where we sit on Zoom and talk with each other, which is really fun. We do some non-streamed games once in a while. And generally, we have a real supportive, a good community. You want to talk World of Darkness? There's the place to go. You can talk board games, non-World of Darkness. We have somebody who likes just about every game. there's somebody on our Discord that likes that game and will talk about it. So pop over to our Discord, please. You want to catch our back episodes? Pop over to YouTube. Back episodes are on YouTube. You can catch all the shenanigans of previous episodes of this, or even better, the real shenanigans. Visigoths versus Molgoths. That's on our YouTube now. And there were some serious shenanigans in that game. That was so much fun. So much fun. If you want to catch our friends, one of them, the Ivy Raven, right down there. Look at our friends, right click, go to the new tab, and say, give her a follow. She deserves it. You can get that same Jenny Snark right on her Twitch channel. You're muted, so we just see you mutter in your mouth.
I know. I would not. Sorry. Yeah, it's possible. You hear me talk to myself a lot, so.
No, I mean, that happens.
Yep.
And
talk to me, I'll talk to you.
Mischievous Red down there, she's not here. Give her a follow. I'm not sure her streaming schedule. It's varied, always has been. So give Mischievous Red a follow as a wedding present even. Just, go check her out. You want to get some merch? Get your Windy City merch. And, God, my brain is so fried right now. I've been dealing with some shit that finally is easing up, and now I'm not used to thinking straight. It's kind of odd. Let's see. And then finally, of course, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. If you want to give something to the players, please give bits and donations. If you want to give something to the studio, subscribe here on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, pop over to our KoFi, give us a coffee. That's just a way to give back to all the people who are involved in this show. There's a lot of effort that goes on it. So check that out. And now I think I am ready. I can turn it over to my wife for the schedule.
Keeping it brief tonight, y'all, because Mama is tired and stressed out. Okay. So Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Call of Cthulhu with Tis, our amazing European GM. You'll want to check that out. Tuesday, we have Mage, final season of the Mage 1980s Miami Chronicle that Ravnos Archon has been running. That's at 8 p.m. Tuesday with myself, Timberbread, Ivy Raven, and Maddox with Ravnos Archon. Check that out then. And of course, we will be back on next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern with the season finale of Season 8 of Windy City After Dark.
Wow, Season 8's almost over. It's going to be a big season finale. I've got one or two plans. We'll see what the players have planned. We've got a really good intermission content planned for between seasons. And of course, always remember, if next week's a season finale, Cast Q&A is coming up too. Your chance to ask all the questions. And of course, as always, when we end these streams, everybody, mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take not only your own mental health seriously, but other people's mental health seriously as well. Make sure that your friends, family, loved ones, those around you that you haven't heard from for a while, make sure they're okay, please. Please. I beg of you. And if you suffer from mental health issues first, it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're struggling. We all struggle at times. We all need help at times. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I know a lot of people out there don't feel they can talk to those around you. And if you don't, in chat is a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's a trained professionals on the other end who want to help you get through your struggles. So please take mental health seriously. And mental health is health, everybody. We want everyone to be okay, at least as okay as they can be. It's important to us here. And now I'll turn it over to my wife for her final thoughts as we exit the episode.
I'm a nurse. Timberbrad's a nurse. Get your damn shots.
Get them.
Get them. Because COVID is still a goddamn thing. It keeps mutating, y'all. There's more fucking variants now that are becoming prominent. Please get the bivalent vaccine as your booster or as your vaccine. Please get that done immediately if you can. Get your flu shot because flu is picking up quickly already. It's just now early November and it's picking up already.
RSV.
RSV. Yes. Poor babies with RSV right now. Jeez. Get your Tdap updated too if you're out of date on that. For real. So, because tetanus is important to keep up, but it's the pertussis is really important to prevent little kids from getting sick. So please, 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 please get
Mental
that.
health and physical health.
And physical health, yes. For real, though, make sure your routine vaccinations that you got all through childhood and early adulthood, that they're up to date, because shit's making comebacks that really shouldn't. And y'all, Tuesday is election day for the midterms. If you haven't done mail-in or you haven't done early voting, make sure you go to the polls and vote. Midterms are actually the most important elections ever. Even Adam Conover said so. Because that is choices about your local government and how your local area is run. So please vote Tuesday. And I hope you'll vote blue because,
And I want to add to the voting. Please, everybody, please vote. You need to vote like human rights and democracy is on the line, because I'm sorry to tell you this.
It is.
Someone who has followed the January 6th hearings, read up some of the newer things that were set out. Democracy is on the line, people.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I know I'm preaching to the choir, and a lot of people will
a lot
never
of people
believe.
in our community are very liberal.
A lot of people will never believe
but
what the January 6th committee has said, but the emails coming out from the people who were involved in the
it's
false electors.
terrifying, y'all. Republicans have lost their fucking minds.
The President Trump, former President Trump, was conspiring to try to get a court case in front of Clarence Thomas because his own lawyers said that was the key to throwing the Georgia electors out of the election.
Yeah.
That was coming from a presidential lawyer
Mm-hmm.
advising the president to do this. Democracy is on the line, people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what party you are. You should not condone those kind of activities.
And for real, fuck Putin. I heard that something about he might have like cancer and other shit wrong with him. I hope he rots. Truly, I hope he is absolutely fucking miserable and rots. Fuck the Iranian government. Massive human rights violations going on over there. Massive. And don't be an asshole in your communities. Don't treat people like they're just there to serve you. If we support each other, not by being nice, but by being kind, because niceness is performative. Kindness is genuine. Be kind, support each other, we all rise. Said with love.
I do. Thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you all for Mage on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and for Call of Cthulhu on Saturday, and of course for the Windy City finale. I think Rillin forgot to mention the Mage game on Tuesday. I don't remember. But
I mentioned it.
You mentioned
my
it.
brain's lost. See? For those who don't know, I've been dealing with nerve pain that I'm finally...
He's also not on his ADHD
That too.
meds.
But I've been dealing with some nerve pain that I
Because of the
finally...
shortages.
I finally got some medicine for my nerve pain, and it's finally eased up a little, which is, after over 3 weeks of pain, is interesting.
Yeah.
So I do thank you all for coming.
Thank you all so much.
Good night,
We'll hope
everybody.
to see you in Discord.
Hope to see you on Discord.